Good day, good evening, good morning, good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. I'm your host, Willy Canuck, and I got one member of the team with us today. It is Kevin, the flight manager. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm not too bad, really. How are you?
Well, as I was saying before the stream, I'm recovering from a late night flight, a real flight up from London yesterday.
Very nice.
By the way, kudos to British Airways, City Flyer, Embraer 190 SR, all black leather seats, free booze, awesome. Absolutely love it. And it's a really nice passenger experience, actually. So if anybody's not had a chance to be a passenger on an Embraer 190, I know I think Swiss has some, and I think Lufthansa flies them as well is it City Hopper? Or KLM City Hopper, that's another one.
KLM City Hopper, yeah, and Lufthansa Regional.
I think they use the Embraer, but what a lovely airplane. I mean, it could be maybe British Airways has a unique experience, but I find it very comfortable. Two seats, it's really nice, so you're only really having this beside one stranger if you're on your own. But yeah.
I've flown that to Dublin as well myself from London City. It was a fantastic experience.
Yeah, and they're relatively quick, you know, like
yeah.
They're quite performant airplanes. But you still get the advantage of like quick deboarding and boarding because they're smaller. We got a few folk on the tarmac today, so there's Kevin there. I can see him. Now I can't. You're in a Eurowings livery apparently, but I don't think I'm going to see that.
Yeah, I am. I might as well give the extra shout out because he's not here. He made the delivery that I'm flying today.
Yeah, so
maybe fantastic.
Maybe post a pic up in the Discord and we
I will indeed. Yeah, I'll do that once I get to
And big shout out to William Kelly. He was right on early doors in the chat. How you doing, mate? And Johnny's there and on the tarmac with us as well. Now Johnny looks like he might be flying a 7-3 as well, which is cool.
Yeah,
and we've got. Oh no, that's Johnny. Sorry, that's Beluga. That's Beluga I'm looking at there.
Yeah.
You can see the tags, right? Johnny looks like he's in a 320. He's showing up in an Austrian livery. I don't know if that is what he's actually using, but there we go. At least it looks like, hopefully, the plane you're flying. And of course, there's me. And today, this is going to be the last stream for a little while in the PMDG 737 because we've been neglecting Airbus, and I'm really hankering to get back to it. So I think our next one might be in the fly-by-wire 320, or possibly we might have one coming up in the Headwind 330 as well, even if it's a short hop. But yep, today I've got the PMDG 737-600 positive rate livery available to you for nothing if you have that model, and all the liveries. Am I right, Kevin? All the PMDG liveries are now available in positive rate. For positive rate.
I do believe so. I think, has Derek finished his 100-900? He has, yes. So that'll be one.
So that'll be coming, yeah. So if that's not, I can't remember if Dark announced that yet, but that'll be available soon as well. So you can now get the 600, 700, 800, 900 positive rate liveries for PMDG. What an animal! What a great guy. So big thanks to Paige Genix, our good friend Dark Fury, who's done all that for us. And we've got a new livery coming up. I'm not gonna announce it yet because I still have to get familiar with the airplane. But I'm sure Kevin is. I'm guessing what I'm talking about.
I am.
Sean Dale's just jumped in as well. He's in 737 PMDG by the looks of it. Very cool.
Hello, Sean. Good things.
Yeah. Just checking back in the chat. Beluga says, hello, I'm a bit rushed, but today I'm here today. Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
Yeah. I was saying good morning to Nick. He's in the chat still.
Oh, Nick's there too, yeah. I was starting to run through it. I would have got to him eventually.
Sorry.
Johnny says, oh, actually in Air Portugal. How fitting. How fitting, Johnny, yeah. And Nick's in there. He says, morning, everyone. Of course, Nick. How are you doing today, mate? Glad to see you. Right, so let's talk about this airport. So, do you have the notes for this? I think I got it somewhere.
I don't have it handy, no. Let me see.
That's right, I checked. Oh, I've got it here. So this is Lisbon Humberto Delgado Airport. This is by MK Studios. This is available on Orbix for you. There's not a lot of interior modeling on this one, but from the outside, it looks really, really cool. And it actually kind of articulates how distinct, yet again, another very distinct airport that Lisbon is. But yeah, you've got lots of gates there that you can fly from and stuff like that. Very detailed on the taxiways. Looks like someone had a bad accident there in the apron at one point. I don't know. I think this is one of the airports that used to be an Air Force base, or is an Air Force base as well, possibly.
Let me do a quick Wikipedia search there.
But yeah, this is MK Studios. Excellent bit of scenery here, and really livens up the experience for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Available from our good friends at Orbix. Big shout out to them. So go check it out. There is a link to the Orbix site in the show description, or if you're on Orbix Central, you can go check it out. And the ICAO code for this is Lima Papa Tango. Yeah, pretty cool. I like it.
That's very good. So I did a quick Wikipedia search there now. So the early years of the airport, it opened on the 15th of October 1942.
Okay.
So it was during the Second World War, and it was operated in conjunction with the Cabo Rufio seaplane base. So it was very similar to Shannon, where we had a seaplane base in Foynes, because seaplanes operated transatlantic flights from here. So they were from there. Then they were transferred onto continental flights operated from the new airport.
Yeah.
It was neutral, so it was open to both German and British airlines.
Wow.
And it was a hub for smuggling people into and out of or across Europe.
Oh.
Let's see, there's nothing else really. Yeah, it developed rapidly. So there was all these sorts of airlines, like the ones that we know now, like Air France, BA, Iberia, KLM, Sabina, Pan Am, and Transworld. They were they all came here at the end of the World War. It used to have 4 runways.
It used to have 4 runways.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I think it means like 2 runways with 2 waiting struts. So
right. Yeah.
Runway 5,
So maybe they've got
9,
to retard. Well, Edinburgh's like that because there's a. You can see if you go into Edinburgh, there is a runway there, but I don't think it's used anymore. It's shut down or pretty much not used. But yeah, that's quite interesting actually.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Where's my head? Route. We got to talk about the route. Okay. 2 secs. Let me get this up here. Right. So what are we doing today? We are now. I'll tell you this is how bad my geography is. Because I didn't realize that Madeira is all the way out there. Just to give you a bit of perspective. So here's Portugal. We are taking the, I think it's the Ganso 8S departure, isn't it?
Yep.
So we're pretty much straight out up to 10,000 feet, and then we go on course. No crazy turns or anything like that. The winds are very favorable for this route today, which might actually make it a bit on the routine side. But nothing's routine about Madeira, as everyone keeps telling me, and I have had a practice run at it. But and it is you gotta keep your eyes open. So anyway, we out to Ganso, and we branch right into the Atlantic there. All the way over all this water. Now we're taking the is that the right arrival actually?
Which now? Let me go back to the stream there.
Was it Lidro? Yeah, Lidro?
Let me see.
That's what's come up on my let me just check.
Yeah, Lidro 1 Papa.
It was Lidro 1 Papa, okay. I'm just getting confused. Transition down to Pilum. And we got the chart right. I love how Navigraph works now. It's so cool with the overlays. So we come into Pilum. Now this is purely our nav approach. There's no ILS. There's no beacon even at the airport. Not that I could see.
There should be one. Let me get my charts up there in a minute, and
I've got airport.
Because it's a VOR. There's a VOR approach.
Oh, there is a VOR approach. Okay.
Yeah, so there has to be a VOR to be able to do a VOR approach.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. So
I'm not seeing it on the chart. Then I've just missed that somewhere.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like behind the airport a little bit, or like up towards kind of like Portugal's direction.
Anyway, we've got the magic of GPS and INS, so provided we're relatively visual today, we should be okay. But actually, we'll call that VRR when you see it, Kevin. I can always put that in a Nav 2 or something.
Yeah, with
Nav 1, yeah. Anyway, so we're all set up there. I've just got the APU online, so some noises would be good as well. Bring this up. And yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to go. So the departure today is probably quicker checking through here. Runway 20. So where's that now?
Okay, like my end far down, so we're probably best to take the uniform 5 intersection departure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly. So we're here. I'm at gate right here. So runway 20. Yeah, it's at the far end. So we have to. Oh, is this where you have to cross over, don't you, and then go up the other side up Sierra 3, Sierra 2, Sierra 3.
Let me have a
Is
look
that how
at
you
the
get
chart
there?
I'm looking at a different runway to you, I think. Because what we can do, we can take Alpha 3, Alpha 4, Alpha 5, Uniform 4, take the Uniform 5 departure. So we can do a shorter takeoff.
Uniform 5. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's long runway. Oh, yeah, it's 12,000 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have no issue.
Well, there you go.
And
I'm glad I asked. I'm glad I asked. Okay.
yeah.
I'll follow you then, Kev, since it looks like I can
Okay.
still see you today, which is good.
Yeah, I'm finishing my performance calculations there from Phoenix.
Yeah. Okay, so if everyone wants to push back and get ready to roll.
I won't be pushing for a few minutes now, but
That's okay, I don't blame you. Right, well I've got stairs to clear anyway, so let's get rid of that.
good. Let me get GSX started up there. So
Release the ground power. By stairs. Close up those doors. The 600 doesn't need 12,000 foot of runway, says Sean Dale. Of course not. Yeah, you're right. As Sean says, hello, or sorry running so late, sorting the FMC out. I hope everyone has a great start to their weekend. You too, Sean. And Beluga says, Willy, we need to go down to the Canaries. I go in there in the 7-3. That's a good idea, Beluga. Yeah, we'll definitely look at that. And you've got the right guy on Vox with me today, so.
yeah, I look into it near. We might have to do a longer flight for that because they're so far out in the middle of nowhere. But I definitely very, very interested looking into it. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I am going to let's see. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff here, but that's okay. We'll always catch up in the end, don't we? Right, ground services. So I think now we can go to pushback. We are going to do I want to turn the nose to the standard L, nose to the left. Thank you. But we need to go a bit further, so let's call it 130-ish. That is ready to go.
Let's see, I'm almost ready to go now. What's the Q&H again?
1015.
1.5, thank you very much.
On my last meter check.
Yeah. I look at the GSX menu here. Ryanair is one of my choices for pushback.
Ryanair.
Maybe one
All
Dan
right.
here. Ryanair, yeah, Dan would love that.
Yeah. Well, you know, once you get into that stuff, you gotta start talking about flap circles and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, our beacon light's on. I'm gonna push. How far are you, Kev?
I'm gonna be pushing about 2 minutes. No. Make that now. I want to push. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Push back. Start.
Cockpit to ground.
There should be clearance between the two of us anyways for when I push, so.
Oh!
We've been cleared for push and start. Tail to the right.
What?
Sean's just come in with a £4 donation. We'll talk to you in a minute, Sean. Thank you for that.
Ready for push, tail right. Release brake, please.
I think the brakes are released, actually. Should have had them on in the first place.
Brakes released.
Oh well. There you go. If that's my mistake today, we're not doing too bad. Okay, so we are going to start engine 2 first. Switch that to ground.
Brakes released. Here we go.
And bring in fuel. I think I guessed that distance right, roughly. Not
Nice
too
one.
bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, I see turning there now.
Yeah.
Nice one.
See you pushing okay?
Excellent.
Johnny's already out. And, I think this had a stand actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sean coming in with a £4 donation. Thank you so much, mate. Totally appreciate that. And for the first genuine opportunity to use one of my crazy overlays, if I can find it.
Parking brake set.
Set parking brakes there. There you go.
Brake set.
Hang on. Lost everything here. Yeah,
Hold. Watch for the salute and release from guidance on your right. Have a good flight.
thank you very much, sir. Okay, off you go. And Sean, this one's for you. All the best, mate.
Thank you.
Awesome, Sean. Thanks for the £4 donation. That really helps out. Goes to costs. Oh, there's Johnny taking off just in time. I think going in the wrong direction, but that's okay. We fly loosey goosey on this this stream, so it's all good. Ooh, that's interesting. I want to switch to that. Want that about there. Hopefully I got a laugh out of you, Sean. Okay, we are... Alright, switch 1 to continuous. Engine 2, open up the the bleed valve there, and we should see that starting to build. Yes, we do. Well, that made your day so great, Sean. I'm glad to hear it, mate. Really glad to hear it. That's the intentions.
For Willy down.
That's engine 2.
Alright, just checking how much it was up.
And we got a good start on engine 2. Bring in the power off those. We can turn off the APU. And we clicked off there and bring on the packs. Oh, hit the wrong buttons there, Willy. There we go. Yaw damper on. We have no amber on the overhead, which is good. Initial climb out 10,000 feet. Heading is switched on me again, so that we are taking off from runway 20, which is 205 degrees. set that as our initial heading. And again, climates. Indicate airspeed keeps switching. Well, maybe that's why I switched the wrong thing. That's why. Sorry, I am a bit, not quite jet lagged, but just tired because I got home at about 11 o'clock last night, so I do apologize if I make any silly mistakes. I have a good reason. Right, I think we're good to go, so extend our flaps to takeoff position, which is flaps 5. Oh, course stuff. Thanks, Nick. Forgot about that.
That's a little good, yeah.
Whooshed. Gone. Vaporized. Thanks, Nick. I totally missed that. Okay, ready to follow you out. When you're ready to go, Kev.
Okay, I changed a few last checks there, and I'm okay, good to go. Check released. Right, so it's straight ahead and then a gentle right hand turn at uniform 4.
Lead me the way, Sensei. Actually get some drone footage of you taking off as well, Kev, if you want to go ahead of me.
Very nice. Yeah. Right here.
Sorry, what'd you say, Kev?
It's a right hand turn here now, so.
Okay. Do I have to stick my arm out and signal, or...?
Yes.
Oh, why is that gear just gone in for some reason? Stop it.
That's the good thing about the scenery as well, though. The signs are so easy to read.
Yeah, it is. It's I mean, now this is going to be controversial. Oh, just want to see Beluga taking off here. Hang on.
Very nice.
Excellent. Oh, it's so nice when the multiplayer works properly.
Yeah. Right, I'll take position there anyways. I don't see the traffic coming in. And I'll hold him in to give some sunlight.
Sean says Willy has now punched the co-op while turning right. Head across the cockpit. Yeah, going that way. Be very inconvenient. I have to take it back to the gate to get another co-pilot.
Yeah, this one's broken.
This one's broken. Yeah, one of the reasons I slag off here at Transat, I flew them a lot because they do a lot of charters between Scotland and Canada, and
Yeah.
I've never really liked them. There's so many things to call out, and I've had bad delays. I've suffered with them as well, and other things. Anyway, all that being aside,
Yeah.
I think it was about a year after I flew with them, and I actually recognized one of the pilots. Shows up in the news.
Right.
Both he and his co-pilot arrested for attempting to fly under the influence at Glasgow Airport.
Oh, Jesus.
They were eventually exonerated. You want to know why?
Go on.
they lost the samples.
What?
So they
How do you lose something like that?
well, indeed. All right, brakes are on. Running lights. That's turn off, and we want AP black bleed can come off, and that should be a continuous. We want strobes on. Everything looking happy, everything looking good, and I think we're ready to go. So I will just switch to the drone, get Kevin going off there. That's a long D-rated takeoff.
Yep.
Oh, he's up.
I am indeed. What's the red climb here, we have?
You want a bit of drama. Okay. We are in lane configuration. Everything is set. Turn on that. And good to go, guys. Let's go. Brakes released. Say a fine farewell to Lisbon. You've been great hosts. Thank you to HK Studios for some lovely scenery there. Lining up, ready to go. 50% power. All throttle would be good.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. Flaps one. Turn out. Bring the autopilot. Oh no.
My signal's frozen just later. Oh, it's back now, but it froze for a second. So it's basically
No problem.
Yeah, Mr. Ryanair is up.
Mr. Ryan.
Well done.
Oh, hey Dan. He says, "Oh, hello. Didn't think you'd be on today." Well, I'll be honest. It was pushed in, but I was determined. I had a late night last night getting back from London. Laps up.
And Kaiden says hello. I say hello back.
Hello.
Or we say hello back.
Oh, hi, Ken. Hello. Hello. How you doing, Ken? Slightly loud on the engines. Take that down a bit. And progressing up to our restriction. Oh, we got three. How was that 3,000 on? I missed that. I should have had that set.
Again?
I should have had 3,000 set. For,
oh yeah.
Netful. I'm well past it now, so I might as well just keep climbing.
Yeah, so I climbed up directly as well. I gave myself a direct 35.
Dan says, "Hey, good man for being determined." Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you. And let me put it this way: Nick kind of scares me, so if I don't, I probably wouldn't check the mail for at least a month. I would just hand it to the neighbor. I wouldn't know what would be in it. So I'm just kidding, Nick. I love you. Shot says never give up. Never surrender. Anybody know the film?
I feel like it's familiar, but I don't recognize it.
Galaxy Quest.
That's the one.
Never give up. Never surrender. It was probably the best Star Trek parody I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I think we'll just continue on to 27,000. Or 39,000. And I learned something, Kev. There is a button there. It's altitude intervention. There you go.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Dan says, blame Mr. BA. Good excuse to be. Okay, we're cooking with gas. Everything's in. Flaps are in. Let's just do some quick checks. Everything's where it needs to be there. Nothing of all the lights are in the right position. We're good. Good for cruise.
There you go.
I start to get that Gavin EasyJet kind of nervousness. I start looking around. Is there anything I can see that might not be right? I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't start the chrono. There you go. That's my screw up.
Yeah, I keep my checklist on my knee, so I'm not skipping down with that.
Well, that's a good way to get a wind view. Look at that. I gotta set up these views at some point. Oh, there's Shondale behind me. He's well ahead on the climb beyond me. Oh, that's one thing I should check actually. I don't want to go too slow today, so I am, guys, just for reference. Happy with that. Cruise. Oh no, it's giving me Mark 803 today. Okay.
Is this? Okay.
Yeah, I had a climb index of 81.
Ah, gotcha.
Which I thought was particularly high for 7.3, but
Yeah.
But obviously that's translated to go fast. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should make good time.
Good.
As usual, Kev, you've had about maybe a 5-minute lead on me. So by the time we get to the airport, we'll be pretty much kissing each other by the time we're on approach.
Yeah, I've changed my cruise Mach now to Mach 80, so.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So
It'll still happen.
Have no issues.
I know. It's just we're like gravity. Like I can't quite explain it.
Yeah. We're magnets.
Bluga says, I'm going to hold that. Gano, let you go in front. Yeah, that's fine, Bluga. Then that means I can get you coming in. I'd like to get all of you guys landing. I give you the choice. I give you the choice. If you want to hold and let me come in first, get down, and then I'll park up and get all you guys come in. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. So, Paluca, what flight level are you going to hold at Gano? Because I can go above you then. Or Gansu, whatever it is.
Oh. Sorry, just adjusting my seat. 350 at Gano. Oh, Gansu.
Okay. Good, now we're coming up in Gansu now, so by that logic I'm gonna undertake you. Tell you what, so I will hold at 320, let's say. Here, Gansu. Hold. Computers.
I think Kenny Rogers was a pilot. Because he said you got to know when to hold them. So was he talking about airplanes?
Never know.
Alright.
Let's see. So cancel. So
I did get a colleague laughing at the office yesterday, Kev. So
Yeah.
we're in an office tower in London, and there's an office tower like literally right next to us, and we were watching these window cleaners go up. You know how they have that kind of cable thing that they go up to the side of the building?
yeah.
And I was looking and shaking my head, and he's like, "What are you looking at?" And I said, "Oh, just these guys." He says, "Oh yeah." I says, "I couldn't be a window cleaner." And he goes, he says, "Fear of heights?" I said, "No, I just feel like I'd be living a life of constant reflection."
Oh Jesus. No. No.
I told my wife that when I got home. She goes, "That sounds like one of your stupid jokes, actually." But I mean, it's true though. If I was a window cleaner, I'd definitely be reflecting on my life pretty much daily.
Yeah. When you're reflecting yourself as well.
So it was a true statement.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Anyways, I've got the hold in now, so just let me know when you're about to go past me.
Okay, I'm progressing en route. Are you guys all trying to get behind me then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Passing 24,000 now, so.
Good. I'm at 24,000 now, so I'm going to be turning as you go past.
Standard pressure. Would a kind gentleman in the chat please post the METAR for Madeira for me, please?
I can search it and read it out for you.
Depends if someone beats you to it. Oh, Bluga
Yeah.
says Bluga just said it. Just as I saw it set standard QNH. Yeah. Thanks, Bluga.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you now.
Good. So my turn for Pamela for.
Oh, 1015. No change.
Beluga just beat me to it. Yeah, so I'll let Beluga have it.
Weather's changed. 14 gusting 24.
There we go. Beluga has it. Yeah, 14. 14 gusting 24. Ooh, it's going to be. It's still going to be.
Still be
what is
running.
it?
Was it runway 20 we had set?
2-3. So it's
That's
straight
2-3.
down the runway.
Alright, so that's kind of advantageous then.
Yeah.
Alright, so no change in approach. Phew! Thank God I did not want to have to
Good.
reprogram. Well, we got time. But
Yeah.
good time to check the METAR actually right after you take off and you're settling in, I think. 'Cause,
Yeah, definitely.
then you have breathing space, you can make changes to the arrival if you need to.
Yeah.
But we don't need to do that, so that's fine. And it's pretty much the same QMH as what we took off in, so I won't have to change that either. That's good.
Yep.
Might do one final check for since about 30 minutes. Well, top of descent, I think. Roundabouts. Which this brings me no end of joy, Kev, to have a top of climb and top of descent marker on the plan. It brings me
Yeah.
no
So
end
handy
of
to have.
no end of joy. No end of joy. I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Simbury 3 minutes before we left, direct Lidge 1P. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we got. It is runway 23, yeah. It always was.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Are you past me yet, Willy? You can't see me.
I think we
I
might be
possibly
below or above.
might.
I'm not sure.
Let's see what's on the street.
Oh, there you are. No, you're off to. Yeah, I can see you now.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
good.
past. Yep, past it.
Grand job, yeah. Seems like decent separation, so let's exit that hole. Actually, Beluga, what's your current position? Because I'm not seeing you. I have no tags because they're broken. It's beautiful.
He's, I think you guys may come together, but he's about 5,000 above you.
About 5,000 above me, cool.
Yeah.
Right, I might stay in this hole for a little bit more until you're out, Beluga.
My mother used to say.
Cool approach.
My mother used to say, "Never hold it too long," you know. But that was terrible. I believe he says he's just exiting his hold. Okay.
Is it cool? Okay, I'll stay in this hole another 2 minutes there, so I'll get some break.
Oh, Beluga says, of course he was. I'm doing runway 5, the cool approach. That's it. Yeah, Beluga, that's fine, mate. Hope you cope with the winds there.
Yeah, you got a 24 knot gust tailwind, so you're going to have an interesting time, Beluga.
I'm deliberately hatless today. Yeah, there's not much to see apart from like a great big swath of water at the moment.
Yeah.
It's quite neat when you come in, though. I'm looking forward to this because there's an island just before Madeira that you pass over, which is kind of neat.
Nice.
Beluga says just add VREF plus 100, you'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's called the Concorde, mate.
Right, I'm leaving the hole now, so anyone behind just should be aware. I'm at 310.
Coming close to our top climb. About 30 miles away.
Yep.
The climb rate's starting to calm down a bit as we get closer. Still very good climb performance. I mean, 1,500 feet per minute at 35,000 feet is nothing to whinge about.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do with that VOR if you ever found it, Kev.
Oh yes, give me 2 seconds there to pull up the chart for it. Where is this? VOR sector 05 will do. Funchal VOR 112.2. And if you want another one to back up as well, there's Porto Santo VOR 114.9.
104.9.
114.9.
114, sorry.
114, yeah, 114.9.
That does it?
Yep. And Funchal VOR is kind of like on the headland just beyond the airport. So like if you're going for 2-3, you can come over Funchal VOR and you'll be on like on a 230 heading, and you'll be bang on course for the runway.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the VOR approach sends you in on a 211 degree heading. So
I think I've got it set for. I think I got it set for the RNAV approach.
yeah, so that should get you in nicely.
Yeah. Because RNAV approach gives you the altitudes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you can actually fly the OR approach as an RNAV in 7.3. It overlays it kind of.
Oh, does it? That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just airplanes they're pretty clever things nowadays, aren't they?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
They can do quite a lot on very little information.
Exactly.
But I think GPS, that's been the game changer for airline travel.
Yeah, it really made a difference. Like even those INS units, the big bulky ones, they made a massive difference too.
Yeah, and the INS has been around for ages, of course.
It has, yeah.
That's which a lot of people don't realize. That's really what you're aligning when you're turning that on.
Yes, it's
people
fancy version of that.
do get confused. They think it's something to do with the GPS. GPS picks up pretty much straight away. What you're aligning is the inertial system. which is kind of acts as a supplement and backup to the GPS, where it used to be the other way around. GPS first came in, that was considered the backup.
Yeah.
Which is kind of neat.
It is in a way. I think the GPS is considered as less accurate than the INS now.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But then I guess technology's marched on, so
Yeah.
yeah. But it's good to have two systems, because as we know, GPS is not infallible.
Yeah.
Especially if someone's trying to do something nasty to you. Approaching top of
the
climb.
world.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hopefully I'll never experience that as a passenger.
Yeah. Apparently, though, in parts of Eastern Europe, I heard that they're actually having the signal jammed, even if they're not in that part of the world. It's like, like if they're flying over, kind of say, like, the far into Germany, Poland, Romania, that kind of thing, they're experiencing signal jamming.
That's not nice.
No.
What's everyone's speed on me? I'm at 805 Beluga, so I think I might be going for 81. I don't think that's what was programmed in though.
I'm climbing out at 7.7 and waiting for it to go into
804. Yeah, 804 for me on Beluga, so you will end up gaining on me if you're flying 81. The plane's just trying to settle into cruise speed. Oh, plane lights don't need that. Sean says, loved how Concorde could fly across the pond with only one INS that drifted while flying. It couldn't have been easy. 1 degree over 3,000 miles must make miles. Yeah, it does. But I don't know how the correction worked with the Concorde, but I can tell you the 767, which is pretty much what most INS systems do. INS systems can correct with the GPS, but what they actually truly depend on when you get INS drift is because there's no radio references. So what they are waiting for, the minute they get a VOR DME, the INS will correct itself and take the drift out. But ideally, you want two VOR DMEs to do that accurately, so you have triangulation. But I couldn't tell you what the Concorde, because Concorde had a very early version of INS, didn't it, Kev?
It did, yeah.
It was basically a box with numbers on it.
Yeah.
Sean says, can't be many VORs in the Atlantic. No. No, there's not. So, you, obviously on your... during the crossing, for a good chunk of that, you're completely dependent on INS and of course, GPS. But if we go back to before GPS was a standard implementation, the INS would more or less... It was dead reckoning, but done with a computer, so much better dead reckoning than what we could do. And of course, it's using sensors to account for things like wind and flight path and whatnot. So they're relatively accurate, but they did drift. But as soon as he kind of got within land, probably if you're going to New York, it'd probably be 100 miles out, you'd start picking stuff up. I'm not sure how strong the VORs are out there. And Sean says, I'm trying to make the point that in 1960s, must be amazing INS before GPS. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, GPS was out in the 80s, but I think it was only military at that time.
Yeah.
Until it got declassified.
Sean's saying they can't be many VORs in the Atlantic. What they actually had, interesting enough, they had weather ships, they call them. So like they were taking a record of the weather in that specific area.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had with planes, they had an NDB mounted on the back of them.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's modern for now.
And that's something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the INS could use the NDBs though, because there was no.
No, yeah.
because there was no, well, two problems. So if you have two VORs without DME, you can triangulate. Or if you have one VOR DME and an NDB, I think you can triangulate.
Yeah.
But NDB on its own doesn't really do bugger all for you. I mean, it tells you roughly where it is, but unless you overfly it.
Yeah, it's a good guidance store, like, because it was all charted.
It's like, because it's like a guy's like, where are we? And the guy's like, my house is over there. And he's like, yeah, but where's your house? Well, it's there. That direction. Yeah, but how far away is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
And where are we in relation to that your house? I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
Doesn't do much good. Sorry. Is that too much? Am I going over the top today? I'm actually at the point in my content creator's career where I'm starting to kind of partly lose it. So I'm embracing the insanity.
That's fair.
Yeah. And by the way, folks, this is what I'm like in real life too. So if you ever meet me in person, I don't change. My wife is either constantly laughing or just shaking her head. That's just the way it is.
Fair.
You check behind us. Oh, you guys are well behind now.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah. We probably could pick up to 181. Well, I mean, I still want to get down first and make sure I get in a good position to get you guys on cam.
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's about you. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun, but ultimately, you know, when I watch streams, I get a kick at, especially if I'm joining in, I get a kick out of seeing myself in the stream, and I love it. I absolutely love it when other people catch my landings. And now that I actually stream, I don't catch any of my landings, well, inside the cockpit, but I never see what I look like from the outside very often, which is I think that's what a lot of content creators miss.
Yeah, definitely.
And Sean says, well, every day's a school day. That's probably reference to the NDB ships there,
Yeah.
Kev. Johnny says, embrace the insanity. I'm here for it all. Well, you're getting in spades, mate. Right, let's just do a quick check here. So we got a little bit of time. Top of descent is, roughly 200 miles off.
Good.
Just under. I'm just going to disappear for a quick drink. I'll be right back, guys. Kevin will keep you entertained, so ask him any questions. Here's a topic. What does Irish sound like? Discuss.
What does Irish sound like, right?
Yeah, right. This is all. The floor is yours, mate. You got this.
Right.
Be right back.
So, what do people want me to say in Irish? Because I can say most things. You can chat, lads. I don't fight. So Willy wants me to say something in Irish, anyways. So what I will say, I don't know what to say. So nadir ceas go ceacht law. That's.
Sorry, I've been listening. I'm just about to jump downstairs, but here's a challenge, Kev. Why don't you talk about some standard? Oh, okay. Sean's got a few of them anyway. Standard aviation terms in Irish. That's what I'd like to know.
Oh Jesus! I have to get my dictionary out for that.
But Sean's got one for you already.
What is this? My chat's 2 minutes behind. Okay, we beat England again in the rugby. The Ambua a winner Sasna reached the rugby.
Very cool. Right, be right back.
Yeah. Cool. So, folks, controversial. What's your opinion on Xbox in the Flight Simulator world? Are you for it or are you against it? You use Xboxes, Johnny. That's very good. Yeah. It's a cool idea, but feels restricted for Beluga. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, there's not much that can be done with the Xbox because of the limitations that there wasn't. Like with for example the Concorde, I remember Dean, the one who made it, said that he would add the INS once the Wasm came to the Xbox, and that hasn't happened. And I'm not sure if the Wasm has come to the Xbox yet. So I see what you mean exactly. And going back to you, Johnny, why do you love the Xbox? Sean, you're saying that your Welsh parents wouldn't allow you to learn Welsh. That's very interesting. I thought Welsh was very strong in Wales. They always argued in Welsh. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Because, like, Irish is quite a strong now here in Ireland. You can't remember your own name now, so you can learn. That's fair, yeah, no, like... Well, if you had bit out, like, when you were younger, it was back very quickly. Welcome back, Willy. We're talking about Wales there.
Sorry, I got an overlay on here. Just a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
That was unexpected. I forgot to hide it. Sorry about that. Sorry, Kev. Please continue what you're saying.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So yeah, but like I was noticing the difference between Welsh and Irish because I've heard all the time that in Wales it's a lot stronger than Irish is here. Like there's a lot more emphasis on it. Like they have to learn in schools. Well, we have to learn as well, but they actually speak. It's like they have a lot, like almost. What is it? I have to look up the actual statistics now, but most of the population in Wales, from what I hear, can actually speak Welsh, whereas only a fraction of our population can speak Irish. But anyways, yeah, and then my stream's gone way behind, so my live chat is lagging behind as well. We were also chatting about whether Xbox is worthwhile, or like whether Xbox is good for simulation, like whether people are for or against it.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I'll give you my reasons. So, is it the definitive experience? No, and for obvious reasons, Xbox doesn't have access to some of the higher fidelity add-ons at the moment, although some are coming in. Now, there's an argument. Someone will say, "Well, there's only so much you can do with a controller," but that's not really the case anymore because you can plug in a keyboard, you can plug in a mouse, I think, to an Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that works, and then of course, then you have things like the Honeycomb support. I think Thrustmaster may support it. Turtle Beach, two devices for Turtle Beach: that full-on yoke and then the flight stick, which is, by the way, I think that's a great stick. I mean, I know a lot. It's got a lot of options. I think if you're an Xbox guy and you just want a entry-level stick, I think that Turtle Beach stick is wonderful. I think it's going to give you a lot of choices, and you can customize because there's so many buttons on it as well. So that really compensates if you don't have a keyboard, for the sake of argument. But
yeah,
I think if you do have a keyboard, it works pretty well. So where does it start capping? I think the biggest problem with Xbox is storage.
Yeah.
So I've got the Series X, which comes with a 1 terabyte platter, which gives you about 800 gig usable. It doesn't take long for stock Flight Simulator with all the world updates to really overtake that. So you're restricted to then having to get the expansion cards, which are very expensive, and even then you're only going to... Well, you can take it up to 2 terabytes, so in essence you could get approximately 2.8 terabytes of storage, which go a great deal to help, but it is a very expensive thing for Xbox because those cards, I think 2 terabyte, talking like 200 pounds or something ridiculous. So the options there, it is constricted to some extent, but it definitely has pulled it off, I think. I mean, if you said to someone 10 years ago, oh, maybe one day we'll be playing Microsoft Flight Simulator on consoles, they would have laughed you out of the building.
Yeah.
But the Series X, certainly, and the S does a relatively good job, I think, at 1080p. It's like a low mid-range PC spec of some sort, whereas the Series X is probably like an upper mid-range. They work, and people are enjoying it. But the thing I love about the fact that it came to Xbox is it massively expanded our community. and it brought Xbox, because a lot of people have Game Pass. It brought Flight Simulator rather to a much larger audience for people that would normally not have bothered because of the price barrier to get into Flight Simulator. If you're going to spend 60, 70, 80, $90 US, and you're not sure if you like Flight Simulator, even if you want to try it out, you're probably not going to spend that money, and you'll never find out. Whereas a lot of people could just get it, and and likewise on PC, if anyone's got PC Game Pass or Ultimate. So it's extraordinary impact on our community, and I think a lot of the people who have got the bug, the taste, and they really like it, have probably gone on to invest in PCs as well if they wanted a better experience. So I think ultimately it's been cool. Sorry, just want to catch you quickly up in the chat, Kevin. I'll give you your rebuttal.
So yeah, like the one thing I have to say about Xbox is that it's caused a little bit of dumbing down with the inverted commas for PC users. Like, for example, the Concorde, as I was saying earlier, has no INS because there's no WASM module for Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, and as well as that, there's a bunch of modders or a bunch of developers would say, like Aerosoft, for example, who direct their stuff more so to Xbox. From what I can make out, I'm not going to say that they have quoted that because I can't quote things obviously. But from what I've gathered, a lot of their stuff seems a bit more directed toward Xbox. So the Twitter and the CRJ,
but I guess I don't think it's hindered the PC experience, because obviously
it hasn't quite,
but any studio that's trying to get the best of both worlds is not going to have the max potential product that you could have on the PC. So I totally agree with that, and it has created two market subsets within the flight sim sphere, one for the console side, one for the PC side. Sorry, I just want to catch up with the chat quickly. So Joanne says, as an aviation enthusiast on a fixed budget, it affords me to get an experience I'm content with. Yep, and that's exactly it, Johnny. And that's exactly it. And we're glad you're here. Because, if not for that, then we wouldn't be flying with you today, so it's perfect. Johnny says he has a Thrustmaster control stick with throttle. Okay, so that works. That's good. And that's what I use as well.
Sean, can you drop your question in again there, please? Because I've seen that you got it missed with spamming the chat.
Oh, thanks, Kev. Sean says, I have a 4 terabyte external SSD for my original Xbox One, which helps, yeah. I tried playing through the cloud. I had 800 megabit line, but for me, I didn't like it. But if you can use a high-end PC, it must be grand. We don't need that, Sean. I don't have a high-end PC, and I still have a great time. And that's one of the reasons that I like this new version of Flight Simulator, because in the past that was not always the case. You really had to invest quite a bit of money to get a decent experience, but you don't now. Yes, you have to sacrifice some fidelity, but you're still getting a pretty good experience regardless, and it still blows away anything from 10 years ago or 5 years ago. And then Oz Flight Simulator, he's waving hands. Hey, doing, Shane? And Chief Pilot Inspector T69 is waving as well. Oz Flight Simulator is spamming a lot of emotes, so I don't know if that's the actual Oz Flight Simulator actually. Shane, can you just alright, can we time him out, because I think that's a fake Oz Flight Simulator?
Okay.
That would not be Shane doing that, so...
Okay. My computer has decided to freeze up, so I'm going to switch over to the main one.
Oh, he slipped on the keyboard, he says. Wait a minute, let's see what happens. Shane, can you... I'm going to ask you a challenge question, and what kind of pilot's license do you have in Australia, mate? Oh, you're giving us a little raid. Oh, I missed it. I must have missed that comment. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. Oh, there's Captain Fozzie. Right, I can see it now.
I just
sorry, we're not used to raids. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on in. Captain Fozzie's dropped in. Tony Vito, how you doing, Tony? Right, I'm caught up now. Sean, yeah, we'll get to your question, Shane. Sean, sorry, apologies. And Captain Fozzie, yeah, Captain Fozzie, great to have you on the stream, mate. Well, I answered your question, Sean. Okay, no worries.
Good.
Hey, well, we can chuck this. How to confuse Willy Canuck in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
No, it's all right, William. I know what's happened now. So I'll tell you why it gave me a moment for pause. There is a YouTube viewer who is mimicking other content creators to cause havoc. He's been causing some stress on British Av Geeks stream and on Easy Jeff Flight Simulator stream and all that kind. And Metters just subscribed. Thanks, Metters. Much appreciated. If I say I love Airbus, then you know it's fake. Yeah, there you go, Oz. There you go, Shane. Yeah, that is the legit Shane. And of course, a great friend of mine for a few years now. One of my first radio guests on Skyblue Radio as well, and probably one of the best streamers that I know. So do check him out. And I think Fozzie, do you stream as well? I can't remember. Anyway, wow, that completely switched me up.
Yeah. Wait, where were we? I feel like I've missed a bunch of people responding to what I said about Xbox.
Well, we're talking about Xbox, and yeah. So my final comment was, it can't do everything. There's obviously limitations, but it's been a tremendous positive impact on the community, and I think it's introduced a lot of people to Flight Simulator who would not normally have done it. But the combination of Xbox with Game Pass has made it accessible. That's where I was at.
Yeah. Sean made a good point here, though. The PMDG planes, so they're very expensive, as we all know. But what they've done with the Xbox, you have to pay extra for deliveries.
You have to pay extra for what?
Yeah, this is here, word for word. PMDG planes, yes. For
Right.
which price, and oh yeah, you need to pay the extra for the extra deliveries. That's horrible, and I agree with them completely. Like, we get them for free on PC. They're the Op Center. Now, half of mine don't work, but that's probably because I've got an issue with my Op Center. But
okay, I didn't realize there was a paywall there.
Yeah, that's really bad. Now, because you pay enough for the aircraft, and then you're being hit with extra for deliveries.
Yeah, okay. That's why.
Just why? Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, at least let them in with the aircraft, or have them up for free on the marketplace. Nah, like, don't be charging.
Yeah. No, that does seem a bit unfair.
Yeah, but Lucas says paying for liveries is something that MSFS does. You can have free liveries on the marketplace. You can indeed. So I don't see why they avail of that, or why they don't avail of that. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, as far as free marketplace items go, but I presume all the free stuff from Asobo is still free.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the upgrades and the.
It's just if random guy uploads some scenery for a local regional airport and makes that free, then there's a delivery charge. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so.
I mean, the one thing about Xbox is the marketplace is the only place you're going to be able to get content. So whereas if they did that on PC, nobody would use it because there's a lot of other options for that.
Yeah, like Flight.to was doing wonders.
So possibly, they're taking advantage of captive audience. I don't know.
Could be so, yeah.
Is
there any option?
Yeah, Shane, you're streaming soon. Oh, perfect. Where are you going today, Shane?
Yeah.
Just checking our top of descent. We're looking about just under 100 miles. Maybe just over 100 miles, actually. Beluga says, I think paying for liveries is something that Microsoft Flight Simulator does. You can have free liveries on the marketplace.
Yeah.
And if anyone now, I could get hung for this. I think. No, I don't know if I want to say it. I don't think people should charge for liveries unless they're doing like a big pack.
Yeah.
Because obviously it does take time to make, and it takes a lot of talent to do them correctly. But I would rather see liveries distributed as part of an aircraft package. Whereas if you have a studio that says, well, we'll give you 5 liveries, and then if you want another 10, we'll charge you, £10 or something. I think if a studio's doing that, I think that's a bit shady. But if someone says, well, take the 737-800, and I've gone out and I've made every single livery you could possibly want for the 800, and I want $10 for it or whatever they're going to charge, then fair dues. I mean, and if they're good, as long as they're good quality, I think they're well and welcome to do that. But the problem is a lot of liveries aren't that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Our very own PMDG, Dark Fury aside, you got to understand what Dark does when he's doing liveries. He's very, very self-critical, unbelievable attention to detail on a lot of things that he looks at, and I know for a fact that most of the people that do liveries don't have that kind of focus.
Yeah, I do a fair share of myself as well, and I like to believe I'm on the same road as Dark, but I'm nowhere near as good as him. I'd say. I
think it comes with experience as well, but
I do have a few years of doing liveries as well, and I also focus on different genre to Dark. Where I see do kind of more modern stuff, I really focus on retro liveries.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. And I mean, that's great. I think everyone has different capabilities as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
But there are the opportunists, and this is not just liveries, this is everything, but there are the opportunists that say, ooh, I could make a bit of money if I, bash this out in a couple days without much attention to detail or quality, and they chance it and they see if we can get £5 for it. The problem I got with that is some people do pay it and they don't get the quality, and it puts them off add-ons altogether.
Yeah.
Because they've been burned, right? So, and that's particularly people who are new to the community. That's one of the reasons that I've got cause for criticism for things like the 737 MAX and Captain Sin 777 less so, because I think he priced it according to what he delivered. It's not a particularly expensive package, but for those guys out there that are charging 40-50 quid for something that's not even coming up to standard with Phoenix or PMDG, I mean that's pretty brazen.
Yeah. Sean made a good point there now with the coffees. There's some content left that would be really deserving of coffees, and like I would almost say that they're payware quality, that they should be charging. But then there's ones that add a few light poles to a few airports, and they'd be saying, oh, give me a coffee, and you wouldn't even consider it. It's great that it's optional, but it's kind of in your face then when when it's only a few light poles, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
Sean had an interesting question. He said, "Are we going to have a positive rate livery on Xbox?" I can ask. Sean.
Yeah, we can look at that.
I think it means we'd have to release something in the marketplace. So I really have to. Obviously, PaintGenix is a partner to us. We don't own his work or dictate how he distributes it, so I'd have to inquire inside to find out what he's prepared to do. But I think the question would be, what airplane would you like to see it for?
Yeah.
Because obviously this would have to be this would have to be an airplane that is available through the marketplace.
Yeah.
But if you can, best thing for that, Sean, is post it in Discord, ask a question, and we can take that inside and have a think about it.
What aircraft are on the marketplace now? It's the 73 and nothing else, is it?
PMDG. They
Yeah,
might be talking about the
77,
PMDG deliveries, so yeah, we can look into it. I'll look into it. I can't make any promises, but I'll certainly ask the question and see what
the A320 stuff on the marketplace as well, Johnny is saying, yeah. Is that the head, not the headwind, the fly-by-wire though, or is it just the default?
Fly-by-wire.
Is it
Fly-by-wire's
fly-by-wire on the marketplace again?
I think so.
I know they took it down a while back.
Oh, they took it down?
Up on the marketplace as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I think, and this is back up, like around, like, but...
Certainly the PMDG we could look at.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Sean says, I'd love to give coffees to all content in Flight Sim TL, but not all of them allow that, but I have the choice. Yeah, exactly. The donation arrangement is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Although, it doesn't guarantee income.
Yeah.
By any stretch.
But like, as I was saying there as well, I don't like it when people force the donations in your face. Like, if it's in big red writing, please donate. Like,
please donate. Yeah, please donate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
But like when they force it in your face, I don't like it because if it's well, like if it's worthwhile donating to, fair enough. But if it's only like a few minutes work, then I don't think it's worthwhile donating to. Like I'd spend days, hours to days on a livery, and I don't have my donation things up on that TO. But I'd rather thanks than a few quid for what I do, because I don't feel like it's worth being paid for.
Well, that's because you're ethical. well, possibly, maybe a bit self-defeating to say that. Maybe it is worth something to somebody. You know, it's nobody knows what their worth is.
Fair,
without doing market research.
Yeah.
But even then, you're not really entirely certain. I mean, some people pump out absolute crap, and just because they're arrogant enough to ask for money, they get it because people get hoodwinked by it. And there's some people that put out really great stuff, but for whatever reason, it doesn't hit a note with people, and it's just not successful, and that's no fault on the commitment or the quality that person's put into it. It's a very fickle thing.
It is,
and it's hard to say. And I think probably the horrible thing is that obviously the chancers are partly contributing to the people who are doing good stuff not being as successful as it could be.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people now doing pay to update with MSFS, and that's going to give you a bad name as well. Like, and people are catching on to that, you see.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why, you just got to bring these people into the community, introduce them, give them some advice about what's good, what's bad, what to watch out for, that kind of thing. Because the best way you can really benefit from the Flight Sim community is to engage with it, and that community will help you spend your money wisely and get your the best experience that you can get.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sean had a question there. He says, sorry, too many minutes. Trying to say that if it must be much harder to get positive rate liveries for any Xbox user that we can get so easily on PC as it has to go through the MS. Yes, it does. Yeah, it has to go through the MS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and there's a commercial, even though Dark wouldn't be asking any money for it, there's a commercial aspect to it, and I think Dark would be a bit frustrated too if there's a delivery charge on stuff that he's providing for free. So we'd have to look into that. I couldn't ask Dark to put his content, his intellectual property on a marketplace that is making money off of him and not giving him any compensation. I think that's extraordinarily unfair. So that's one thing we have to look into, or possibly, maybe he could put it on for a nominal fee of like a couple bucks US or something like that. I don't know. We'll look at it. It's not going to be a quick answer. I'll just say that. And there'll probably be much humming and hawing and gnashing of teeth when we ask him the question in the first place. So Dark tends to give you a quick no before he gives you a slow yes. So sometimes we have to. Yeah. But we don't know. We just need to look into it. Johnny says you pay for it. Oh, that's interesting. I'll press that.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, should we do some checks here? So, top of descent is now 70 miles.
Very good. I'm about 100 miles out.
Off the range there. Our platform altitude. Do. 1,000. Probably take it down to 1,000. Let the airplane fly some of it. Once it gets a bit closer, that is. We seem to be making good time.
Yeah.
You guys saw, you're all clustered there behind me, seem to be fairly close. Are you? Is anybody within visual of each other?
I'm not seeing anyone. So either A, multiplayer bug is saying hello, or B, I'm just too far away from me. Because my tag's broke, so I can't see them.
Or your tags broke?
Yeah. I installed them all a while back and I forgot to delete it. It made them kind of smaller and nicer.
Alright.
Yeah.
So small they do not exist.
Yes.
Obluga's got Johnny on visual. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll get down, same as the original plan. And again, if Shane's still watching, he's probably setting up for a stream, but huge thanks for the raid, guys. Thank you for popping in, saying hi. Really appreciate it.
Wind has swung around.
Oh, you're joking.
Let's see.
Post it.
Madeira, Mallorca, or not Mallorca, Funchal is at 27th last today at 1100 Zulu, 040 at 10. Yeah. 015. 23 degrees, QNH 1015. Or now 05.
Yay.
Let's actually just give me 2 seconds to look at the TAF. Yep. Oh wait now, 230 at 15 it's saying. So this might be a quick swing.
Right. I might persevere. Did you say 10 knots?
Yeah.
I might persevere.
You think?
Yeah.
So 10 at tailwind, is it, or you're changing wind runway?
When's the TAF kick in?
Let me get an actual TAF up there because I'm just looking at the one in meteortaf.com. Let's see, Phoenix app. That's the great thing about the Phoenix. You have all this weather info, like at your fingertips.
Because you're still about 30 minutes away.
Yeah, we're a bit out. Do weather.
Obluga's posted it.
Has he? Thank you.
Yeah. So it's sorry, that's the current Mentor, not the TAF.
Okay, let me get the TAF.
Yeah, or 401.
Alright, so
Sean says, I don't trust myself changing the runway. I'm going to battle onto 2-3. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now, Sean. So we're just trying to weigh the potential risk of that.
Yeah. Between 07 and 09, 23015, temporary. Okay. Between 12 and 08. So that's so the 27th was at 12 Zulu and the 28th 6 Zulu.
12 Zulu. Well, 12 Zulus in half an hour. That's about when
yeah.
we're ending.
It's not giving wind. 220 at 10.
I'm gonna keep it as is then.
Yeah.
It sounds like
probably
it's just a swing.
Quick gust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think because if you go, it seems like it's an outlier measurement.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it in. And we'll do one final check.
Yeah, once
they pass, once they pass 10,000, maybe one final check, and then I guess we'll just have to hold and figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, whatever alternate. Let's see. So view the PDF. Okay, sorry, just talking to myself here.
We don't need an alternate. I think I got tons of fuel. I estimated 4.9 tons on arrival. So
yeah, Let's see.
So I got
anyways,
plenty
if
of
we
time
do
to
have-
loiter.
Yeah. If we do have to divert, our alternate is Golf Charlie Foxtrot Victor, for me anyway. And to get there, I'll need 4.5 tons of fuel.
No, I'll get down to Madeira. Don't you worry.
Okay. Whatever you want.
We'll get down.
Yeah. And
Blue-
Sean has the same alternate as me.
Yeah. Blue says Lima Papa Sierra's an LS as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Port Santos.
We shall see.
We'll see. It'll be fine.
What I will do is put rings in here. Not rings. I need a bearing. That gives me that bearing. Maybe that is. Does that do that automatically? Actually,
No, it shouldn't.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Right. Let's take a quick look. So, this runway heading's 204. So we want a bearing of 24 degrees. And boom. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Fix. L E M E slash 024. Oh, distance. No, that's wrong. Radio. Dopey. Alright, fine. Be that way then. 024 slash. Let's put in a.
I'm just looking at our wind limitations here. So our maximum is 25 knots of gust. Basically, we can't have more than 25 knots of gust. 25 knot headwind is a maximum for runway 10, and a 20 knot headwind is maximum for runway 05. I assume the same applies for tailwind. And a crosswind from the north is 15 knot winds, maximum 25 knot gusts. Same from the south.
Okay. So what does this boil down to? You still keeping a 2-3 approach?
We're still going to go for 2-3 approach because the Airbus limitations. Let me just look that up. Airbus maximum tailwind is.
Sean, I'm not on top of the descent yet, mate.
I'm nearing mine.
I can dial it in though.
Let's see. So maximum tailwind for autoland is 10 knots. For
10
me.
knots, yeah. And that's 10 knots is what was being called out for.
We're just at the maximum zone, so if it gets any stronger, then we're going to have to go around and go for the runway.
Yep, fine. So we'll make that call at. Maybe we'll make that call.
I suppose starting on the approach.
Lidro.
Later, yeah. I'm just trying to see what your maximum tailwind is. Maximum tailwind, no tailwind component allowed. Maximum wind speed for landing.
My don't forget my my landing performance is much higher than yours.
Yeah. I'm just thinking what your tailwind is because you might need. You might actually have a lower tailwind than I do.
Oh, there's Chief Pilot Inspector. He says, "Hey, how you doing, Chief?" Oh, Stu's in as well.
Hello.
Hi, Stu. How are you? Sean, if you were you in the PMDG, Sean? Because if you were descending earlier than me, you're possibly on a D-rated descent. I'm on a, I think mine's set to like do everything quickly. So.
Right, your maximum crosswind is 35 knots. I can't find your maximum tailwind.
Well, let's keep it at, let's use that, the Airbus guidance as a marker. So if it goes beyond, significantly beyond 10 knots in the wrong direction, then we'll make a call.
Yeah.
Slightly above profile there. So let's bring out some spoilers. Give the airplane a fighting chance to get back on it. That's good. What's QNH? Is it still 10:15? Actually, I should have looked that back up earlier.
Config 3 landing today now because of that tailwind. You are actually going to have to use a lower flap setting as well, I think, because you don't use full flaps on the tailwind. It pushes you along.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So you might even want to be looking at flaps 15 or so.
Yeah, I can do flaps 15, sure. 129.
Very good. Just make sure you have the stopping distance, whether you might want to use a higher auto brake.
I'll use all the auto brake.
Don't burst your tires and back again.
I didn't use auto brake on the practice run.
On the practice run, but did you have a headwind?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have a tailwind,
yeah, good point.
Yeah, you want to have more push.
See you talking sense again, Kevin. What's wrong with you?
I do my research.
You do. I give it that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing I never did is put the seatbelts on, but they're going on now.
Very good. So what have your passengers been walking around since you pushed?
Nah, they're probably dead by now, so the ones that are behaving themselves are still good to go.
Might as well turn off the packs in that case.
10:15, thanks Sean. Appreciate it. Yeah, just turn off the... No, they're still breathing. That's the one improvement I made. Since I'm getting a bit more refamiliar with the PMDG, as my passengers aren't dying from oxygen deprivation.
You should have seen DFD's stream recently. Actually, you saw it, didn't you? You were there for the chat of it.
The cargo door
was open. Yeah.
I felt bad for it.
Yeah, worth that.
I could tell he was really frustrated.
Yeah,
because it was a long flight he was going to do too, and it was just
we
not even in 10 minutes, and like
Kevin asked you to after it.
No, what's happening?
Yeah, we finished again last night anyways. There was good fun.
This is why GSX scares the crap out of me, because I'm constantly seeing GSX do weird things.
Yeah,
it really, and it does what it's doing great, but then it causes some sort of knock-on effect into the flight, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if I could cope. I'd be so angry.
Yeah, no, like I've had some strange issues with it before. What was it I've been spun around multiple times, and put my IRS out of alignment. I've been pinged around Manchester Airport.
Oh, just Blue guy, just saw your comment. Yeah, actually, I didn't even think about that. Been using Airbus too long. Yeah, of course.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Because obviously the Boeing FMC allows you to just pull things out into the scratch pad, which is quite good.
Another trick you can do, you can double click it, so double press the selector key next to it.
Oh, will that drop it in too, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll remember that for next time.
Very good.
Thanks both. Thanks, Blue guy.
There.
Mind you, my FMC did say I was going to need drag at some point anyway.
Yeah. laptop's on the weird short speed is gone and my internet keeps disconnecting. So it's hard for me to monitor the chat. Just letting you know.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Just focus on what you can do.
Yeah. At least my charts work.
Yeah, still sitting on 10 knots. Thunder showers and rain coming as well. Right, where's our break on this again?
It's kind of like on your main panel next to your engine displaced.
Should go 3. Auto break 3.
Yeah, 3. Just go easy on the brakes. Let it slow down to walking speed for you tap the brakes because you'll burst your tires otherwise. Yeah.
Oh, I see land ho!
Oh yeah, I see it as well. Very good.
Why are you accelerating?
Why have I got my list, Jimmy? What?
Barrel check 10:15.
Very good. Nice. Actually, might as well set mine actually. 10:15 check. Are you still hearing me, Willy?
Yep.
Good, okay, I wasn't sure if my internet got down.
Well, VR is tracking in now. That must be the other one.
Which Funchal Airport or Santos?
Santos.
Ah, yeah.
So
I have both of them in the right now.
So yes, I'm passing Santos, so that's fine. I'll turn that off.
Cool.
Don't need that anymore. Just decluttered my screen a bit.
Yeah. If you could give a wind report when you land, that would give us an idea of what the latest weather is.
Will do.
Thank you.
All
much.
right, use me as the game pick. Sure.
Exactly. There's no better use for you.
Currently 26414 coming from. Well, 26414.
Yeah, it's changed again in the meta. I'm sitting here now, variable at 1 knot. Or variable at 10 knot.
I win! I win!
You win.
We don't need the outbreak as much.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep mine in medium. Just for the sake of safety.
I'll try with one. One thing I need to do is Still got rudder calibration. Brilliant. It's the only problem with the Thrustmaster T system.
Yeah,
Tends to fall out of calibration.
that's fair. Yeah, my Logitech guns. Yeah.
Sean says I managed a -9 feet per minute
Oh, wow.
landing in the 737 earlier with Shane. I'll be happy if this one's under 500 feet. Yeah. Listen, don't beat
Yeah.
yourself up, Sean.
You have to slam into Madeira and get
You,
short
you
runway.
do, yeah. You need to get the plane down because you need that braking time.
Yeah. And really, don't forget to change out the flaps 15 if you're still in them, because if wind is very well at 1 knot or at 10 knots, then I'd say you'll be able to.
I might go 25 actually.
Yeah, 25 would be a good idea.
Nice compromise between the two of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm saying flaps 3. I have enough.
Or
I have
30,
enough flappage to 30. Yeah, you could do a 30.
And 3 127 ref. Okay.
Good.
Edging closer. 6,000.
I'm 17 miles from myself. John's landing flap 30 at 130 knots or flap 40 127.
Yeah. I'll stick with 31. 31.3.
Yeah, do. Like on a normal day, I'd land here flaps 40, I'd say, but with the winds being so unpredictable, it's probably best to stay with 30.
Well, flaps 4 can get you nice and slow.
Can, yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I just think you'd length the runway because it's not long, like as such.
yeah.
Yeah. We're landing on the bridge, by the way, if we land on 1023.
Well, the extension.
Yeah, the extension.
Yeah. There's an old guy that lives underneath it. And every time they
That must
deliver a
get
letter, he knocks on the door. He says, "Are you Mr. Smith?" He goes, "What? Are
Yeah.
you Mr. What?" He's deaf, you see, Kevin, because the airplanes are landing on his house.
Exactly. I gathered that.
In case that wasn't obvious. Okay, here we go.
Very good. There's Porto Santos. Beluga is just over Porto Santo, and I am also just over Porto Santo. I don't see Beluga.
So maybe you're suffering with the bug today. Then.
I could very well be.
I can still see everybody, so that's cool.
Okay.
It's so intermittent. It's really infuriating, actually.
Yeah, it's very annoying. I have you one for land, anyways, and you're not too far ahead.
Oh, what was that view? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
10,000.
Flaps 2.
Right, so Sean's ahead of me. Willy, Beluga's asking if you're on the RNF. And you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Sean sees Beluga, myself, and Johnny behind him, so.
Flaps 15 coming in. You're down. Just complaining too much flaps without gear. Come on.
Over in the Simfros.
Okay. I think we're gonna go manual now. On manual. Flaps 30. Is this approach, what do you call it? Offset?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think anyway.
That explains what I'm seeing though.
Yeah.
Okay, winds are,
let's see.
definitely have a headwind, mate.
Do you? Grand, okay,
Yeah.
let's go. Yeah, I think it's
gusting,
slightly offset.
gusting 10, 240, roughly.
Cool. Thanks for kindly. Can you still see my tag, by the way? Because I just had a big freeze there.
Hope you're not asking me.
Well, anyone in the chat, so.
Minimums. Terrain, pull up. Terrain, pull up. Terrain,
Freeze well, Sean. Okay, that's probably a sim issue, so rather than my end. Cool. Thank you very much.
Terrain, pull up.
Should turn off the train warning. Oh, it's gone off.
500.
Yeah, actually, that's a point. There we go.
Oh, who cut in front of me? It's distracting. And he's not landing on the runway, by what I'm seeing.
Right. That's a hill.
100. Airspeed, full. 50, 30, 20, 10.
What am I hearing? Did I just grease it? Oh no, now I'm landed. Heard confused. Oh, you know what? It was the radio call. It was confused by the hill coming up. Despite that, I think my landing was really good.
I'm looking at the stream now. Yeah, that's looking very nice. Nice done.
But it's literally what 50-43 too. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have my screen there. I turned off now. Right, through 5,600. We're 4 miles ahead of.
Stu, yeah, Stu just jetted in ahead of me. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I'm just about to set up. Oh, Sean said I had a freeze. Oh, no. Sucks.
Yeah, I did too. I'm guessing that's you right off my nose, Beluga. So I'm going to slow down to a green dot there of 210, I think it is.
Okay, looks like everyone's still in there. Cool. It's good to see you guys come in. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to park off to the side here. Actually, I'll just park at the stand. How's that?
Very good. You're parallel with the runway from Belugas. Okay. I'm not sure who I'm catching up on, so...
Could be a scenery difference.
No, I'm seeing an aircraft like, but...
Engines off. Okay. Off the drone camera. Cool, I can see how you guys come in now.
Sorry, Willy.
No, yeah, that's alright. I'm just sitting up the drone, just ignore me.
Cool. So yeah, for anyone behind the lads and I am slowing down to as slow as I can get because I'm catching up with someone fairly quickly.
Look at that bridge, holy moly. It's quite...
Oh, it's Johnny, Beluga says. Cool.
Quite a feat of engineering, isn't it? Sean
Yeah,
Dale looks
cool.
like the first customer.
Very good.
Oh, that... Yeah, no, the wind's going the right direction, so that's good. I'm glad we didn't switch in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a stiff headwind on.
He's looking good. Nothing wrong with that. Nice landing, Sean. Well done. Looks like you're in next, Kev?
I think Johnny might be ahead of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a really good landing, though. Well done, Sean. See, what a competent group of, what do we call it? Haggis family members we got, eh? Positive rate family.
Yeah.
Everybody knows their stuff. We're waiting on Johnny. We'll just take a quick look at this bridge. Wow. Oh, the music stopped. Why didn't it stop? Start up.
Go around here.
Some seafaring boats out there. Here comes Johnny. Switching up with the Airbus this time.
Anyone continue?
Runway clear, says Sean.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Bluga's coming in from 05. Okay, hang on, Bluga. I got my camera on Johnny at the moment.
This might be me, I'm not sure, unless he's on the runway.
Sean says 200 feet of... yeah, great. Johnny's looking good. A little bit of hang time.
That was me, so.
A bit further down the runway than he wanted to be, but... Whoa! I see a bit of a hop as well.
Oh,
But he's down and he's on the center line.
Beluga's on the go.
There's Beluga. Oh, he's going around. Okay. That should be an interesting shot. Look at that. Okay. You coming in, Kev, with Beluga going around to the top.
Yeah.
Looking good. Nothing wrong with that. Well done, Kev.
Thank you.
Okay. We got Beluga setting up
Down.
now. Which way are you coming in, Beluga? Are you going to try runway 5 again? Way too high. 5 again. Okay. Sean's created himself a parking stand in front of the fire station, I think.
Whatever works.
Look at that. Even the car park's quite extraordinary. So while we're waiting on Beluga, yeah, here we go. This is Funchal. Now, the studio that does this is... 2 secs. This is AMSIM. Cristiano Ronaldo Airport in Funchal, Madeira. External modeling of this is just lovely. Look at that. And it has that kind of Mediterranean vibe to it, doesn't it? Even though it's not Mediterranean,
Yeah.
I get it, but it just looks like a place that if you pulled up to it, you'd think, "Oh, I'm on holiday." I don't know if we have anything externally modeled. Yeah, a little bit of internal modeling.
We're vacation anyways for anyone to be in. And Johnny, that's no problem at all. It actually worked my favour at the end. That you slowed me down because I came in a bit fast.
Lots of outbuildings here as well. There's Beluga. What was up there? I see it. But lovely detail, lovely texturing as well. Obviously, some of these outbuildings look like they must have wood roofs, which look really, really cool. But tons of cars and little roads dotting about. Just really, really nice. And I don't know if they've done anything with the terrain, but Kev, look at this. Look at this detail, the rocks on the edge of the
Oh,
coast.
absolutely, yeah. Yeah, that was stunning.
That's got to be custom.
Surely, yeah.
That is just obscenely amazing. Look at that. And it goes all the way around. So, I mean, you are getting, I think, a really, really realistic representation of Funchal in this.
Sure.
Right down to the docks on the edge here. And just to give you an idea of the scale of this engineering, I mean, look at the size of that bridge. Right, where's Beluga? Okay, he's on base, so we'll start working our way towards the other side of the airport. But everybody did an absolutely fantastic job.
Yeah.
I'm proud of everybody. Well done, guys. I'll just wait for Beluga to do the final approach here, and then we'll park up. But really well done. Everyone should give themselves a round of applause for that.
And you should too, Willy. You did a fantastic job too.
It was partly luck. I honest to God, my audio cues were telling me I was coming in too quick, but my visual was saying no, I'll look okay. So, but then that's probably true to life. That's exactly what would happen with that kind of approach, because you're coming up over the water, and suddenly it's the radial altimeter is just suddenly saying you're almost nothing. So. But I seemed to get it down. It seemed to land okay, so I'm all right. I'll probably look back on stream and look at it. But I think I got a little bit lucky there. A little bit lucky. Was it skill? Was it luck? Let me know what you think. And Digital's good. He says, "Hi, how you doing, Dig? How you doing, mate? So great to see you."
Thanks.
So we'll get. I'll catch up on the chat in a minute. We just want to get Beluga coming in on final. What is a reasonably tricky airport to land at?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think what makes it tricky is because it's well above the ground around it. It's basically on a platform. And Beluga comes in just left of the center line. Absolutely nails the landing on the markers there. Reverser's kicking in there. Absolutely no doubt about it. Well done, Beluga. Fantastic job. Just just take a quick peek inside that tower, see if that's modeled. I don't know if it is. No, I think so. I think for the most part, what you're looking at here is a really excellent external model. And we got some lights here, so let's change the time just to get a quick look, see what it looks like at night. And of course, you can pick this up at Orbix. This is from. There we go. Look at that, guys. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Excellent light modeling on the apron there. You really do get the sense of what this airport looks like at nighttime as well. And the lighting around the terminal is fantastic. What a beautiful airport it is, actually.
I'd love to fly here like in real life.
Well, I've never been. I've always wanted to. I know my mother
Yeah.
has.
Very good.
And she enjoyed it. Although the one thing they'll warn you is it's the whole place is built on a giant hill. You're either going up or down.
Yeah.
There's no halfway in between.
Just as much as in Ireland as well.
So, right, I'll catch up in the chat here. So, read that. Yeah, Sean says, I love how BOD airports do the terminals and lines for parking, but don't understand why they do all the detail inside the airports and terminals. Well, I mean, I think, Sean, I think it's a nice to have. I always show it off because if someone's taken the time to detail that, then obviously we want to show what's actually happened or what the work that they've put into it. But ultimately, you know, from a long-term sim perspective, for me personally, as long as the external model looks fantastic, I'm quite happy. That's all I'm really looking for. And in this case, I would say that, you know, the bulk of the attention's been on the external modeling, and that's where it needs to be. If they've got time or if they've got the capacity to do some internal modeling, there's some great internal models, and I think is it Fly Tampa does some amazing work. Toronto,
Absolutely, yeah.
and it does benefit you because when you're sitting out in front of Toronto Terminal 1. The lights are inside the building. You can see people walking back and forth. I mean, it's incredibly immersive that way. But do I actually care what it looks like inside the airport? I suppose it piques my interest. It's nice to see what inside airports look like. But in terms of my simming experience, as long as the external model is spot on, I'm quite happy. Here comes Beluga. Oh, I think Stu just switched off, possibly. Sean says, thank you everyone for a great flight, brilliant chat. Thank you for making me smile. Sean, absolutely my pleasure, and thanks for joining us today, mate. Really appreciate it. Digital says nicely done, so that's consider that a good compliment. Christian just jumped in. Hi, Christian. AM Sim. Thank you, Christian. Yeah, this is AM Sim that's done Funchal, available from Orbix, and there's a link to Orbix in the show description. And Johnny says, what a nice airport. It is. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely? Right. Well, I've run out of music on my playlist, but that's probably okay. Kev, what a great route and awesome company. I really enjoyed the conversation today, mate.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Willy.
It's really good. We talked about everything, didn't we? We talked about language and bad jokes that I tell, and you know, a little bit about sim, the whole experience on Xbox and all that. It was really great, and everybody joined in the chat today. Thank you to everyone who joined us. Absolutely fantastic. Stu says, see you. Thanks all. Stu, thank you. Beluga, always great to see you, mate. Amazing flight, he says. Well done, everyone. Absolutely. Johnny Mon, of course, he was with us right at the start. Anyone else I can think of? Sean Dale, who said hi. William Kelly was there for a while as well. Big shout out to Shane, who both confused me. We thought we were getting trolled, and we were actually getting rated. But a huge thanks out to Shane, who always takes time to promote us, and he's always been a massive supporter of Positive Rates, so thanks to him. As has Digital, of course. And Digital, we'll have to get you flying with us again, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
I know this isn't probably an ideal time for you in Canada, but hopefully you can swing it one day if you got a strong coffee to go with. Digital, there you go, Kev. He says, Kevin is a great fly-along partner.
Thanks.
You're-
I'll be joining him in a few minutes. Still, we were flying from Miami from St. Martin to Miami, so I'll be hopping ship.
All right, good. Well, enjoy. And we all come from the same kind of greater family. A lot of us met through EasyJet SimPilot too, so we all just carry on the tradition of flying together, and we encourage everybody in the community to support all of our fellow content creators, as well as the whole point of being in this community is to all be together, make friends, and you don't have to what do they call it? You don't have to clan up. There's no clanning in flight sim.
Yeah.
It's all about friendship and enjoying it. Anyway, Kev, thank you very much. A huge thanks to you, and wish you all the best. Have a great weekend, mate.
You too, Willy. Thank you.
Thank you. And big shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us on Positive Rate. We will see you next week. I think we're back into the GA aircraft again. There will be a show notification coming up, so please do check the channel. Click the notification button, and you'll get a little alert in your YouTube app to let you know when we're going to be broadcasting next. But it will be the same again, time Saturday at 10 o'clock, which is 11 o'clock a.m. London time. And we'll see you there. All the best, guys.